My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to Slice and Dice. We're doing it daily style. Scoundrel, Brigand, Buckle, Healer, and Cultist to start out with here. Cultist, we've got our pain sides. Hell yes. We're going to be heavy aggressive rolling on that character. Brigand with only 1 damage on this side. Literally their worst side available. We're going to be pushing. Oh, okay. This gets a little bit better. So it only takes 1 mana in order to do Cut. Cut is 3 damage to an ally, and 2 damage to the topmost enemy. Has cooldown, can only be used once a turn. That'll give us the ability to take out the archer. So I already have lethal with killing that rat, and then cutting to kill the archer. The goblin runs away. Berserker and Myco. Myco obviously short for mycologist here. To do with the curation and growth of mushrooms. They have +3 mana decay, 2 mana decay, 1 mana decay. Decay gets -1 this fight after usage. They also have shield 1 growth and damage 1 growth, as well as a revive the topmost defeated ally. And finally, they have Spore as their spell. Add decay and +1 to the target side this turn cooldown. So +1 and decay, so it'll be better this turn, but next turn it'll be worse. Do I have anyone who, like, super wants that? Who benefits disproportionately from something like that? Not really. Not over much. I suppose vulnerability and cleave in general. Although, we do have a healer that is just straight up a healer. I'll be damned if the healer doesn't heal with these 2 heal 3 spaces. Let's go with the Berserker. The Berserker has a 3 damage Death Wish as well as 2 4 damage pain hits. The Death Wish is 2 times damage if you are dying this turn, and pain is you take damage equal to the damage you deal, or rather the pips on it, so 4 and 4, and then 1 damage cleave. We'll take the Berserker. That gives us 2 pieces of access to cleave here. Got some decent damage. Should be able to rush down some targets. Ooh, Buckle. Absolutely, I'll lock your 4 block there. Worst case scenario, it defends for 3, but best case scenario, it defends 4 damage the cultist would otherwise deal to themselves while gaining 4 mana. Like that. Getting a lot of blanks on these spaces right now. Oof. Okay. So the wolf could be taken down. Let's do that. A pain and a burst hit is enough to get them. I also have the ability to take down another target on the field if I really wanted to right now. That would be a burst and a cut. I'll do it. And now we've just got the 2 rats left. Should be able to clear this up with no problem whatsoever. So if I heal the Berserker at all, the Berserker has a kill instantly. Yeah, so I guess I'm just looking for... Oh, hang on. Yeah, there's very few sides that were actually going to work out for me there, but it turned out to, so yay! Not that anything was going to be too much of an issue for us. Heal. Heal for 300 total. Unlocks an item called Scar, which gives you 4 empty max HP. Neat. Sometimes I do want just some more max HP so that I have some way to utilize a healer on the first turn, especially if that healer doesn't have, mana, as this one does. Seedling. Replace the leftmost side with 2 damage growth. I could see that used. Also, Spell Poultice. Heal to single cast. Can only be cast once a fight. I mean, being able to convert a mana back into health is pretty good when we have the Berserker as well as the Cultist. No one naturally looks like they can hold this Seedling at the moment. 2 damage growth is not as good as a lot of the left sides of these. Scoundrel, I guess, is better than. Just because I don't have a lot of damage. And I'm taking Spell Poultice. Give it to the healer because it doesn't matter. Well, I guess it does matter, right? The spell should be on the person who's going to stay alive the longest so that they can keep that spell active and available for other targets. I'm going to take the Death Wish hit here because it's already enough to just take out one of the rats, so it's actually more effective than other sides for me right now. Buckle getting only 2 on defense? That's pretty good. On average, I'll get something better before the end of the turn, though. There we go. Now, do I want to risk the cultist low rolling? I think not. Yeah, I think not. Okay, Death Wish kills the rat on the top side. Immediately afterwards, we use the healer to cut the Berserker, dealing some damage there. And taking out the Archer, who is otherwise in the back row and would not have been accessible for us. And I'll also take out the rat, preventing the healer from taking any damage here, and the Buckle defends the cultist from the damage they would have taken both to the boar as well as their own damage to the mana gain. Alright, we got this. Way, we've got this. Extremely, we've got this. I mean, the Berserker should probably roll again. Extremely way over, we've got this. Hell yeah. So many resources, don't know what to do with all of them. I'm gonna use a cut to finish this fight off. Monk or Evoker? So we've seen both Monk and Evoker in the last episode, so I'm not gonna completely read through every single side of their dice again. They have some shield and self-shield, they have some repel damage. And the Evoker has different mana stats as well as the drop spell for 4 damage to the topmost enemy. With the Berserker on the crew, I already have reasonable ways to deal 4 damage to an enemy, so I don't have to worry about, you know, just taking the Evoker in order to get extra access to damage. I do like how much self-damage is in our build, because it means that we could synergize around that very effectively with, like, you know, a more powerful healer that has regen or something like that. I really want to upgrade this Scoundrel. They feel useless at the moment. I think I'm going to take the Monk, and it's going to be for Cleanse. It's specifically for the fact that it can shield to and cleanse a target. Because if we start getting poison on our targets, oof, that'll hurt. We're dealing damage to ourselves, the enemies are dealing damage to us, poison is dealing damage. That's one too many things, rather, dealing damage to us. I'm going to take the vulnerability as well as the huge damage there. So with vulnerability and then 2 bursts on the alpha, that's 7 damage total. They have 13 health. We only need to do another 6, so a 5 damage hit would do it. We're not super likely to get it unless we get 2 damage on the... or 2 mana on the healer here. Unlikely. Okay, so if we can't prevent the alpha from summoning here, what's the next best thing? Because the alpha is going to be summoning a wolf this turn. I could just kill the other wolf. Deal some damage to the alpha. It's probably the right thing to do. Wee bit boring though, but okay, I guess I will do. Sometimes the boring play is the good play. So the best way to kill the wolf on top is probably going to be some combination of that, a cut, and then murderage. And then we'll follow up with 6 damage to the alpha. So now we only have to do 6 damage to the alpha and 6 damage to the wolf this turn. Unlikely to do both this turn, admittedly, but... I mean, it's not impossible. 2 very high hits right there. Ooh, that's a good hit too, but it would kill the cultist. Actually, it wouldn't. I would just have to spend 2 mana getting the cultist high enough in order to be able to cast it. Okay, yeah, let's not do that. Oh, never mind. Just immediately roll back in the same space. Cool. So Berserker can murder the top one. I really don't want to do that shuffle with the the cultist. I don't think I need to. So what it would have been is set the cultist's health to 3 and then heal them for the poultice. So that would get them back up to 5. It would spend both of my mana and then I would just get 4 mana. Wait, hang on. You get 4 mana back for... Yes. No, that's correct. Hang on. Almost messed up here. Whoopsie doopsie. It's all good. We did it in the end. Cut the healer. And I don't need to use the burst. We can save that mana for the next turn. In case we get vulnerability or something like that. Yeah, sure, I'll deal 1 damage with the monk, who usually doesn't. All of this seems grand to me. Defend the Berserker, just enough to let them hit, and survive. Burning Blade or Incense. Burning Blade, replace the leftmost side with 4 damage, -2 max HP though. And Incense, add right to the top side. +1 for each unused ally, and they gain 1 this turn. Sorry, they skip this turn, rather. Would I use the Burning Blade? Well, you know what? The Burning Blade would just give me an additional 4 damage strike in order to deal with things like the zombie in particular, if I just so happen to be going up against a zombie. Another thing it would actually do for me is give me more access to overkill so that I can try and kill targets next to bandits and therefore make the bandits flee. I'm going to take the Burning Blade. I might not even equip it right now, but I also might. Who knows? I refuse to tell. We don't do a huge amount of instances of damage, and we don't need vulnerability as much. I'm going to give the Scoundrel this 4 damage here. Best of luck, buddy. Cleansing Shield. Oh my god, I was actually literally just off to say that Cleansing Shield would be particularly good here, saving the cultist very effectively. Okay, the cultist is gonna die, but... but we tried. They're probably not gonna die. I'm probably gonna stop that from happening, eh? Yeah, that seems a good idea. Okay, I will cut the healer. Burst that snake wide open. War Chief is dealing 3 damage, but it is to the monk, who does not care. Easy. The War Chief was the reason that the snake there was so terrifying, as it has Commander, giving all monsters +1 to all sides, so the snake was doing extra poison. Additional poison. In my opinion, excess poison. And get him. Statue! Oh! We've unlocked a new hero. Statue. Roll 300 crosses. This is a level 2 Grey hero. They have 20 max HP and no sides. Deeply interesting. I cannot wait to get that and break it wide open, but for the moment, we have a Trapper or a Glacier upgrade here. I really do like having access to cut from the cultist, as well as the spikes of mana that we can get. That said, having access to weaken is also really good. Glacier has 2 different forms of weaken, has chill for 2 damage weaken and single cast for the spell, as well as 1 damage weaken and single use on their die. Additionally, though, we are now offered the Trapper with the ability to just remove a target straight up. Send him to heck. Scoundrel's definitely the least pulling of their weight at the moment. Yeah, I'm going to take the Trapper. I'm going to take the Trapper and... Gosh. Do I really want to give the healer the Burning Blade this fight? I don't think I need the Burning Blade this fight. I think I have enough damage. Yeah. I think we're all good for that. Look, the healer would be mega dead. Okay, so there's vulnerability as well as the ability to hit multiple targets multiple times. All of that. Good. And one more roll on you. Good work, cultist. Okay. So we're looking to take out one of the goblins. So I'll make you vulnerable. I'll strike the Slimer in the middle, dealing 2 damage to the goblin that is vulnerable, and then the monk need only defend one of the red targets on the field, killing the goblin. Currently the cultist dies? To the Slimer? No. We can do this. I'm going to poultice the cultist. So I just get 1 extra mana out of them there, effectively. I'm going to burst the goblin, and I'm going to cut the monk. So this is a setup for the Slimer to have 4 HP next turn on the top line, so that I can either easily remove it with the execution, or with a 4 damage hit. Either or would be good. No, none of that'll work for me. That'll do, though. Wait, will it? Hang on. No, that's just going to murder my cultist. Oops, I mistook that for the 4 damage side with pain on the Berserker. Yikes. I'm really pushing the roll on this one. So I can defend the Berserker, as well as take out the Slimer this round. Yeah. It doesn't end it this round. Honestly, I should have just accepted the fact that in 2 turns' time I was going to be able to safely end the battle rather than try and get too aggressive with it. Easy. Iron Pendant and Spell Sprout. Iron Pendant is +1 to incoming shields. We don't really shield people that much. The monk, I guess, has access to it. Shield 1, Shield 2, Shield Repel also has self-shields. We would want more shields if we got access to them. I would take a monk upgrade that has that, but it's not like we have a huge amount of access to that right now outside of that. Alternative is Spell Sprout. Sprout, heal 3, channel, learns a new spell, and the channel means it costs -1 mana each time it is cast to a minimum of 1. So we could get heal 3 for 1. It takes a large, steep investment to get there. You know what? Who's good at giving us a steep investment and wants extra HP? That's right, the Cultist and the Berserker. I think this is a good idea. Do I need 4 damage on another character? No, the monk is definitely going to need access to their cleansing side. I think we're ready for this battle. So we've got 2 snakes on either side of the barrel. The barrel, when it explodes, will deal 5 damage to adjacent allies upon death. So my most effective opener here is kill the barrel instantly. Oh boy. This is what I would be aiming to do. Thank heck. So I'll make the barrel vulnerable, and then the Berserker will murder it, immediately murdering the 2 sprouts on either side also. And then the healer will heal up the Berserker, the monk will defend themselves, and the cultist, yeah, sure, throw out 1 damage. No reason not to. Four damage, beautiful. I'll save the 3 as well on the cultist. That's a good enough sign for me. Probably not going to be enough for the kill, though. Right? Let me just do a bunch of standard actions here. Defend the characters that need it and heal the characters that need it too. Oh, no, wait, we're fine. Of course, because we have enough to cast, burst, and cut. And then a cut against our healer will kill the final enemy. Oh, this... Oh, man. I don't really want either of these. We have Faye. Faye is a red character, upgrade from the healer, has 2 signs that do 1 damage weaken, 2 signs that do heal 1 mana gain, and 2 signs that do heal 1 boost. Boost giving the target +1 to all sides this turn. Like, it's pretty good if we do it on a shield repel. Is about it for us. Then we also have Sparky that has charged single-use shots. So it can just deal damage equal to our mana consistently, but we don't have much mana generation outside of the character. We would have to upgrade into Sparky, as well as the spell Zap 3, in order to kill an enemy with exactly 4 HP on range. I really need to have access to healing in this kit, which makes it very difficult to take Faye. However, Faye does have the spell Circle, which is 2 mana, adds self-heal to allied sides this turn, deplete. So I could use that as a way to save him. I don't love it. The cultist is never getting any health out of this, but it does give us access to weaken, and weaken is really good. Sparky also has a 2 damage mana gain side, which is worth noting, I guess. I'm taking Faye. I just think Faye's really interesting. Characters that'll be on the field for the longest should hold the spells. Burning Blade, will I need that in this fight? It might be more important for the Trapper than the 4 damage range. Well, I guess not, because now the Monk and the Fae both have damage opportunities on their die. The Cultist obviously casting spells and stuff like that. So vulnerability could be good again. Let's keep the Burning Blade in our back pocket until we start running into zombies. Alright then. Gosh. Yeah, they're absolutely trying to murder the Berserkers this turn. The Monk could save them. The Berserker cannot do a pain side this turn under threat of death. Cultist can take 3 though, that's a reasonable one. Monk has technically saved the Berserker, but gosh, if it isn't close. Hey, Berserker finally rolled onto their Death Wish side, so they're dealing 6 damage because they are dying this turn at the moment. Huge. Then I'm going to buff the Monk so that they shield the Berserker for 2. At this point, I'm going to realize that the Slime Queen remains with only, oh my god, with only 8 health. So a burst and a cut to the Trapper gives me the ability to remove the Slime Queen. Dead. No damage from the Slime Queen, but 2 Slimers here to follow up. Berserker will be able to do their big hit. Love that. 2 people are both being targeted, or rather the Monk is being targeted by each, so that's double dipping on its damage effect. This is mana generation with mana generation. Oh boy. So as long as I end up killing the Slimer on the bottom, we're all good. Looks like it. So I'll target that for vulnerability. The Fae will heal up the Cultist just to keep them alive. The Cultist will then immediately spurn that energy. The Monk defends themselves. I guess it's still efficient for that to just be the Berserker taking a strike. Should I start preemptively healing people up, or can I just clock this one? The Monk is going to have high HP next turn. The Cultist is not. I'm just going to end my turn. I'm going to leave open the possibility of giving everyone a self-heal turn this round with Cycle. Yep. all good. We're looking for damage for the rest of these. Vulnerability plus that is enough for the kill. Yeah, just keep looking, I guess. All right. Let's start with Circle. So everything has got a self-heal effect. The Berserker strikes but does not die. They take 4 damage and they heal up by 4 as well. Same with the Cultist. Except it's 3 and 3 in that situation. Phage just weakens a target. It's gonna burst and cuts. And next turn we just cut and kill. Haven't lost a single hero yet. I'm feeling pretty good about that. Yeah, basically anything that does any damage is enough. Thank you. 2 and... First, that's Linelet. Okay. 2 really interesting 4 items here, rather. 4 in the apple. Add Ego to the 2 left sides, which gives it a ×2 effect if you target yourself. So the monk would be able to shield and cleanse themselves for 4, or shield and repel themselves for 2. Both pretty good. No one else can even... Well, I guess the Trapper could target themselves theoretically with shield growth. But that's about it for them. However, I put to you, Cracked Wheel cannot be rerolled. +1 reroll. So we choose someone who we're fine not being able to reroll, but we get to push everyone else just a little bit further. I think I'm gonna go for the apple, actually. I was trying to work my way up into lathering myself up towards taking the other, but no. Here I will take a little bite out of this apple. Bones, imps, snipers. We have no range damage, so the snipers are going to be a bit rough. Except for the ranged execute, which is good. So I can have the monk take all of the damage off the cultist this turn. That's 9 incoming damage to them, reduced by 3. 6 incoming damage to them, the monk. That frees up the cultist to do basically whatever they want. But then the monk dies, unless I shield them additionally or take out one of the targets that would be damaging them. I think I'm comfortable trying to do that. Berserker, I would rather you lock in 3 damage than push and not get any. Okay. An easy target for removal would probably just be the imp. Which we can just do like that, save the team already. And then if I want to reduce damage against a specific target, I can just use the Fae to weaken a attack. Theoretically, I could also use Cut this turn if I just want to get really, really, really aggressive. I think I do. I think next turn I need to be able to take out the rest of the HP on the field. And that it's not at all impossible. Those two combined together to give me 5 mana, which is a huge, huge amount. No 2 targets are targeting the same person, unfortunately. Making the AoE monk significantly less powerful. There's a pain effect on the Berserker as well. Interesting. So, let's start out with getting the cultist as much mana as possible. Now, trying to only waste 1 damage here, let's just go through a possible turn rather than trying to figure it out all beforehand and see if it works. Let's poultice up the Berserker so that they survive killing the bones there, and then it's just burst, burst. Yeah, easy. Didn't need to get any more complicated than that. Cultist is definitely now going to leave our party for either Caldera or Seer. Caldera has the mana gain sides as well as damage mana gain and a cruel hit to try and help us take out bosses. And the Seer has 1 mana growth as well as 3 mana single use sides. Also has a poison side and foretell. So the idea of trying to get a bunch of extra mana, but slowly from the Seer. Do either of these especially combo well with anything else we already have? Not so much that I can see. Skull does 3 damage to all damaged enemies. We have a little bit of area of effect damage in the shield and the cleave, but not much. We're also about to lose access to cut. I'm gonna take the Seer. Yeah, I want some late game power. I want to have too much mana. However, should I have a second target that can take out a zombie? In this fight? I think so. I'm going to give the Seer the Burning Blade. The reason here is because not only do I want a 4 damage hit to take out the zombie, but also I need to do a 2 damage hit to the ghost, and then a 4 damage hit to skip them becoming immune. So I think I'll pretty much always be happy rolling one of them. Okay. I mean, does the Seer just lock in the 3? I think so. 3's huge. 3's good. 2 people are both targeting red, so the monk would be able to double dip on the defensive damage hit there. The Berserker needs to continue rolling though, unfortunately. Faye probably should as well, for the possibility of giving the monk a boosted defend. Trap and not hitting execute kind of sucks, but I would rather get the safeness of having a defend out from them this turn already. And roll one more time. Okay, we did get the boost. So you boost the monk, and then the monk manages to defend. Wow, I'm really betting on hitting 4 damage triggers next turn. Oh boy, that doesn't feel like a thing I should be betting on. I'm gonna foretell in order to get an extra mana for the next turn. Berserker already can't use a 4 hit without help. Only one person's targeting Grey, unfortunately, so the ego shield side is not huge. Vulnerability only turns a 3 damage into a 4 damage, but everything I have already deals 4 damage, including the Death Wish side from the Berserker, so it doesn't help me in any way. Yeah, these are pretty much the worst sides I can get. Boy, the Berserker really hasn't managed to hit any of the sides. Oof. Well, you know how I can get rid of the zombie? If I buff a vulnerability and then just strike it with a burst, it will instantly die. That's how we're going to do that. I'm also going to get extra mana to try and defend things. And push these. Well, I got the exact same result, so I'll leave you too mad. Burst kills the zombie. And then Monk saves Seer. I guess I'm fine making the Ghost immune this turn. It's not like I'm about to follow up with any more damage. I'm gonna Sprout to heal the Fae and also Sprout to heal the Monk. So at this point, Sprout is now 1 cost to heal 3, and I can do it indefinitely. Incredible. Big power. Okay, that 4 will help us skip the effect of that slime. A little bit of AoE damage, I guess. It's not... I guess I can take those 2. I'm just trying to be safe. Oh my god, I didn't get mana this turn. I'm not even safe. I'm gonna lose the Fae as a result of this. Ugh. There goes the Slimer. And then the Monk has to defend one of the targets. Oh wait, hang on, no. We kill him in time, beautiful. Okay, Sack of Mana. Replace the middle column with blank, 4 mana, and blank. Oh boy. 4 mana is good, but not if I don't have anything to replace the others. There's also Eye Patch, remove all keywords from the leftmost side. Which for me right now is not good. Which of these is more likely to be good in the future? Probably Eye Patch. Especially if the Berserker upgrades into, I think Crusader is the next level. And then the leftmost side becomes... Oh, actually, hang on. The rightmost side, I think, is the one that becomes Death. But this being able to negate the Death keyword, pretty good. I'm gonna go for the random, actually. Oh, a 6! Add Repel to the 2 right sides and -2 max HP. Repel to the 2 right sides. Oh, Repel on heal 1 boosts. Interesting. Interesting. I like it. Seer, you need to get rid of the Burning Blade at the moment. That's just not you. Really wish I could increase the face max HP again. Make up a little bit for what I've done here. If the Monk targets themselves, they'll get the Ego effect and repel 2 damage to the Wiz, which will stun the Wiz, preventing them from even attacking in the first place. Then the Spiker is currently trying to deal 7 damage to my Seer, which is just enough to kill them outright. So we still need to find a solution to that. Neither of those count, I think. This may. Okay. Trapper damages the Spiker. The Monk has to target themselves, otherwise the Wiz will not get stunned this turn. And then Berserker for 5 damage. Just gonna be short, aren't I? Fae deals 2 damage and weakens, preventing the Seer from dying this turn. I can also burst for 2 more damage there, and then just hold out. I'm gonna follow up by using Poultice on... Actually, you know what? I can just do that start the next turn if I need to. I'll save this in case I need the mana to just burst them out. That heal is a burst, and a kill. It's difficult to save the Berserker from what would happen this turn. Oh, Death Wish is great though. And get a shield out too. Nice. So the Fae heals themselves. We burst the Spiker and kill the Wiz. Sharp Shot and Veteran. So we get some more ranged back, which is nice. The ability to directly attack the Lich. The ability not to be responded to by on-hit passives. Pretty big. They have 3 different sides that are 3 damage range. They also have a 5 damage execute. And then finally they have a 2 damage ranged Copycat. Copycat will copy all keywords from previously used dice this turn. So it could copy growth. It could copy poison, but it would also copy single use. Same for, oh, hang on. We don't have a mana gain single use side, but it would copy weaken. Weaken at range is really, really good. It can't copy boost or repel, unfortunately, because we're applying our damage to enemies, and we wouldn't want them to get that. Repel ego, cleanse. Self-shield. It actually could get self-shield as well. That's a keyword. Death Wish. Cleave? Boy. I think I've convinced myself over the course of that one. Let's take it. We're up here against the Lich, who intends to petrify sides of my die. How dare you? Yeah, Seer getting 3 mana on turn 1's pretty good. It's basically optimal for them. Get the Foretell train going on, rather. Sharp Shot only has sides that are equal to or better than this, except for the cross, so I think we'll roll. I don't want to roll again, though. The monk should take that damage away from the Seer. So the person killing the Fae is this Bones, which I could kill with... Actually, I'll kill it with a spell and an attack, because then the ranged attack will also kill another one of the followers. Beauty. So the Lich has only taken 2 damage, but Bones have taken damage and we've got extra mana. Oh, immediately execute a target. Don't mind if I do. Okay. I guess these are good. Let's get the Sharp Shot immediately executing one of the Bones that gets both adjacencies for damage. I would have to heal the Berserker if I want them to be able to kill this turn, but if I heal them, they'll repel as well as increase their side, which is like the Berserker would kill themselves after that, unfortunately. So what I'm actually looking to do is get extra mana out of that. Then I'll just use a Poultice and attack. Also use Foretell here in order to try and get some extra mana to build up to the ability to just sprout my entire party. As the cost of that decreases, it will become incredibly effective for us. Man, blue is getting targeted by everyone these days. That means that ranged attack is already enough to kill a target. Berserker can't use that hit unless I use Circle first, which I'm pretty likely to do, to be honest. Yeah, but they've got other sides they can still hit that I'd be happy with. Like that. Oh, wow. This could be great. Okay, we set up a repel on the Seer. This is ranged, right? No, it's not ranged. Damn. I'm not going to be able to get through to the Lich in the back line and hit them with the poison dart. So actually, I shouldn't lock the poison dart. Never mind. Game told me do it anyway. Oh boy. I feel like I messed everything up. We're gonna have to burst someone. Let's burst you on top. Then just basically deal damage the entire way through the party. Unfortunately, the Lich now gets its weaken out against all of us, and we have no mana going into the next turn. Not great. Yeah, it's going to be pretty difficult to save the Berserker here with no one having effects that can really do it. Ooh, Monk. Well done. I'll do it. And in fact, we can even get some damage in there. Summon out some bombs. It'd be nice to execute the Lich at 5 HP, prevent them from getting the extra summon. I don't imagine we will, but it'd be nice. Oh, so many of my sides are blank now. So these two hits will get the bones on top down. I'm not going to be able to get through the Lich in the back line, unfortunately, here. Should I have used a self-heal or something this turn? Unfortunately, not being able to access the Lich in the back line means this weaken is not really what I wanted in the situation either. Oof. Stop weakening me. I'm so weak. I mean, I can have a copycat side. It's just not going to do anything for me. Oh boy. Oh boy. Hard low rolls. I guess we just have to choose. Does the Berserker or does the Sharpshot die? It's gonna be the Berserker. Alright, give me my execution, please. I'm ready. There it is. Weakening a target by 1 will not save anyone right now. Okay. Goodbye to the Lich. Heal up the Sharpshot by 1. We keep them. We lose the Fae, unfortunately. Good lord, this is close. Way closer than this had any right to be, I think. I mean, I really want the Sharpshot to execute. Thank heck. They'll execute the person dealing damage to them and turn. Alright, now a 3 damage side is enough. Basically, no one has any sides left. The Seer only has their growth side, which they cannot hit. The Monk literally has no sides. Petrified. Yeah, we were basically out of resources there. Oof. Crescent Shield's back, but also Catnip. Add Cantrip to the rightmost side. You kidding me? You're gonna Cantrip a heal 1 boost repel? I would love that. We miss out on getting a Crescent Shield that could be paired with Ego, dealing damage to itself, or like boost and repel. That's actually pretty good to pair it with. Crescent Shield also pairs well with self-damage, like the Berserker is doing, giving you the ability to multi-trigger things like that. Oh, I really like Crescent Shield. Would I give it to the Monk? Yeah, I guess I would. Alright, do it. I know I had it in the last episode. I know. But, have you considered its fun? Have you considered that I would like to have it again? I think these are important considerations to have. Dealing more damage this round would not go astray. No, we have 3s and 4s. I think we have enough to overkill targets in order to get rid of the bandits. We're good. Save the fact that Berserker is starting this fight on half HP and the Fae is about to die. Save those, we're good. Okay, 2 people targeting blue. So that'll be a really good opportunity for me to get a poison out of you. Boost and repel, single-use poison. Well, I mean, this being single-use poison on the alpha wouldn't be too bad. Pretty good hit for the Berserker to get there. So we're losing the Fae this turn. Am I really okay with that? Because I can prevent that, but it'll suck. I think we have to prevent it. Alright, Fae. You'll heal yourself, because the Seer doesn't have any more max HP. The Monk... take damage from that. I will poison the Alpha. And also poison the Alpha again. Chaos. Use a side with 4+ keywords. Ranged, copycat, poison, single use. Unlock a hero. Enchanter. So this is a level 2 red character, level 2 medic for us. Heal, shield, and mana gain 1. Also has add self-shield to target sides this turn, add self-heal to target sides this turn, add self-heal and self-shield to target sides this turn, heal 1 boost, heal 1 cleanse, and wings. Heal 3 flanking, so it hits the top and bottom. Neat. We can't attack the Ogre, otherwise everyone will have +1 to all sides this fight, and we will die. Yeah, let's just get the Alpha lower. Try and make sure that we have the ability to kill the Alpha with enough overkill to get the Bandit to run away next turn. The Ogre has a lot of AoE hits as well, so... oh boy, basically every turn we're going to be facing lethal. I really wish the Monk could target themselves with their stuff. Oh, it'd be so useful. I should start thinking about who will die this fight. The Bandit is currently attacking my top line. The other Bandit is attacking my bottom line. Okay, this Bandit might actually run away if I kill the Alpha correctly. The Fae is probably dying this turn. That's a lot of damage to prevent. I need another way to deal 3 damage to push on that Alpha. Otherwise, I'm going to have to use a Berserk in order to kill it, which kills it and the Bandit, but unfortunately also my Berserker, which I need. I need that Berserker. Having 2 mana this turn would be enough as well, so getting another side from that in order to get Circle would be great. I think I have to push on possibly getting Circle here. We did not get Circle. What can be done about this? So if I give the Monk the extra damage, it can split it amongst the Ogre and the Bandit. Ogre will have 6 health left, and then I don't have the ability to overkill it by 2 in order to get the other Bandit to run away. Gosh. I think we just need to let the Berserker die. And the Fae die. God. Ugh. Ugh. Yuck. Don't like Had to have done that. All right, and now I think we're dead. Right. Wait, hang on. Faye needs to heal the monk. Monk is still dying. Oh, because the ogre isn't. As soon as the ogre took that extra point of damage, it pretty much cemented our fate here, I think. Hey, Seer. Hey, Seer. Would have been lovely if you rolled any of your 3-use manicides, like, at all. Just literally at all. Just went, oh, it would have been grand. We could have gone somewhere. I mean, I want to fight tooth and nail to see if I can get the rest of this done. You are absolutely joking me, Monk. It is too late for that. Is it? Is it too late for this? Monk rescues themselves. Sharp shot murders the ogre. Monk does some damage. Sharp shot dies, and then so do I. Well tried. Well tried, Monk. And that'll be all they wrote on this one, unfortunately. 25 deaths, however, does unlock us a new item in Ambrosia. Adds rescue to the leftmost side. Reach level 13 out of 20. We'll make it to 20 in the next episode, but until then, let me just say that my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slice and Dice. This is going to be a daily series by the by, so just, it's a new daily series for the channel. Like, comment, subscribe, all those kinds of things. I don't like saying it, but the series playlist is up in the top left, and the YouTube recommendation is down below. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all tomorrow.